Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we're going to explore a really interesting and important concept in drawing, cross-contour drawing. So what exactly is a cross-contour drawing? Well, unlike a regular contour drawing, which focuses on outlining the edges of an object, cross-contour lines travel across the surface of the object. They help us understand not just the outside shape, but also what's happening within the form. They show the surface, the curves, the structure, and most importantly, the three-dimensional volume of the subject. These lines can tell us a lot, like the length, width, depth, and even the direction the form is turning in space. Think of it this way. If contour lines describe the outline, cross-contour lines describe the landscape of the object, like the way a hill rises and falls, or how a bottle curves around. These lines are usually drawn perpendicular to the object's shape, and depending on the form, they can be horizontal, vertical, or even both. When done well, they make your drawing look more solid, almost sculptural. Now let's see how to actually draw cross-contour lines, starting with a simple cube. I've already drawn a basic cube shape. First, we need to find the center points of the visible faces. To do that, draw a cross on each face. This gives us the exact center of each plane. Now that we have the center points, we'll split the cube into half. Let's start by dividing it vertically. There's another way to draw cross contours by starting from one side and moving across, but this method gives you equal divisions, which keeps things more balanced and accurate. Next, let's add horizontal center lines on the side of the cube. Once those are done, we can start adding more cross-contour lines by drawing lines halfway between the existing divisions, just like I'm doing here. This keeps the spacing even and avoids one line being too close to the edge while another is too far away. You can already see a grid forming. These lines show the flatness of the cube's surface. See how this simple grid gives you a better sense of the cube's shape? It helps make the object feel more grounded and dimensional. Now let's try something a bit different. A cone. I have a basic outline drawing of a solid cone, but it is not conveying its shape and volume exactly. We can make out the volume just a little bit because we can see the guidelines that we've used to construct the cone. That's why we have some understanding of the 3D shape of the cone. Other than that, the cone is just like a flat shape for us. Let's add a few vertical lines from top to bottom. Imagine this cone was made of wood or stone or a solid material, and you are drawing these lines on top of that. Now, let's add some horizontal cross-contour lines to our cone. Since the cone has a round surface, these lines won't be straight. They'll be curved. I'm starting with the first line near the base. It wraps gently around the cone, following the curve of its surface like a smooth band. Next, I draw another curved line a little higher up. As I move up toward the tip, each line becomes closer and more curved because the cone gets narrower at the top. Now, when you look at the drawing, the cone doesn't look flat anymore. The cross-contour lines give it depth, show its roundness, and help you really understand its 3D shape. That's the beauty of cross-contour drawing. It brings your sketches to life by making your objects feel solid and dimensional. This is a great tool, especially for beginners. If you're just starting to learn drawing and you haven't done much before, this practice will really help. It shows you how your drawing is taking shape and helps train your eye to see form, not just outline. In the next part, we'll try this on more complex forms. I hope today's lesson helped you understand what cross-contour drawing is all about, how it works, why it's useful, and how it adds a real sense of form and depth to your sketches. Thanks so much for drawing along with me. I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, happy drawing.